I'm a member of a lot of online documentary filmmaking groups, and I see one common error in a lot of people asking for help on their project that I think needs to be addressed. Here are 3 tips for you for seeking better feedback on your work. Let's face it, after spending weeks, months, or years even in an edit, you can start to lose track over whether your story is still making sense or whether you're able to keep the audience's attention with your film. This is where having trusted eyes on your film can help you spot those errors and improve your work. And every time that I have actually shared my work with another person, I've actually found my own errors in the work and made a mental note to myself to go back and correct that later. Not everyone is going to be able to provide good and actionable feedback for you. In fact, a lot of people don't want to hurt other people's feelings with feedback, so they just say, good job, or great work, or this is fantastic. This tends to come from close family or friends who don't want to hurt your feelings by saying something negative about your film. That's why it's crucial to find a few trusted people in your life that you can share your work with that are going to give you honest feedback. Now listen, somebody providing good feedback should tell you also what you're doing right, not just what needs to be corrected. There's an art to giving good feedback, and it's not just hammering away at the negatives that somebody has. Good people to look for, number one, is if you have a mentor. Mentors are the best people to share your work with and to get feedback from. Documentary editors have really good insights into what works and what doesn't work in a film. So if you can find a good documentary editor to share your work with, I'd recommend reaching out to them and seeing if they're interested in reviewing your work. Friends and family can also be a good place, but I would recommend looking at the bigger picture elements when you're asking friends or family. And you want to ask the right questions of them to get the best feedback that you can. So how do you know what questions to ask? I've created a 12-page guide on asking for and receiving feedback from fellow filmmakers, friends, and more to help guide you on what specifically to ask when you're getting feedback. When you don't have a specific question and you're just asking for general feedback on your film, that leaves a question mark in the reviewer's mind. Do they actually want to know what is wrong with the film, or are they just looking for praise? I recommend if you have specific questions that you can ask that you want answered about your film, you are going to get far better responses to your ask for feedback. And actually, when I see that in online groups, I am more likely to take my time to review the film if I know specifically what the filmmaker is looking for in feedback. So consider the questions that you want answered about your film, and you're going to get much better feedback in your project. You can download this guide at my website at the link below in the description. Now, I'm going to be honest. This is very difficult for me and for a lot of other people. We tend to have this relationship with the work that we're creating that we think it's a part of us. But in reality, your work is separate from who you are. You need to be able to separate criticism about your film from criticism about you. I still have a struggle with this. It is very, very, very hard. But I would recommend before responding to criticism or feedback, you just take a deep breath and then you think to yourself, this is feedback on the project, not on me. This will help you get to the heart of the matter and improve your storytelling vastly. If you're reviewing the film one-on-one with someone, resist the urge to defend your point. Just take in what they say and listen to it and comprehend it. They might be pointing out an error somewhere in general terms, but chances are, if you can't get what they're trying to say, the issue is underlying that somewhere. So take some time to think about what they said and see if you can dive deeper to figure out where the problem in your story actually lies and how you can make it better. It's easy to get defensive about your projects, but defensiveness shows that you're not really listening to them and that you don't really consider their criticism valid. This is not a place that you want to be, and it's not going to help you make your work better. At worst, it can even damage your relationship with your reviewer. Trust me, I've been there. Now, this may seem contradictory to the previous points. In general, you should listen to the feedback that you're given, But remember that you are the artist, you have the point of view that you want to express, and it is your project at the end of the day. Not everyone's feedback is going to be right for their project. Everyone has different things that they like and dislike about a project. Your vision needs to come through in the film. However, listen, if you share your work with multiple people and you hear the same thing from multiple different reviewers, then I would recommend having a deep look at what is actually going on there. When 3 or more people say the exact same thing, the exact same feedback, chances are you need to change that part of the story. For more tips like this, please subscribe to this channel. And if you like this video, please leave me a comment in the comment section below. Thanks, and see you in the next one.